Hi, this is Dr. Lassane again, and here for another screencast. This time, we're going to look at the assignments that are due for the class, and I'm going to walk you through each of them. So we're back at Live Binders once again. This is the Live Binder for the Spring 2014 Children's Literature class, and we're going to click on the tab marked Assignments. You can see it right up here. Click on that, and it will open up for us, and you can see we have three sub-tabs underneath. Today I want to talk about the textbook assignments. You can see that information for the textbook assignments are in a Word doc, so click on the Word doc and it will open. And I have it open in a separate window because I find it easier to work with that way. So here's textbook assignment number 1, and you're going to see that basically all textbook assignments have the same kind of format in terms of directions. So here we have first the books that are required for this assignment. So for textbook number 1, you're going to be reading Martina the Beautiful Cockroach, Legend of the Bluebonnet, Where the Wild Things Are, Mirror Mirror, The Three Pigs, It's a Book, and This Is Not My Hat. That's a lot of reading, I understand, but these are all picture books, so all told you're looking at fewer than 200 pages, a lot of them containing illustrations, so you can get through this reading pretty quickly. Here are the directions given for this particular assignment. It directs you first to read Chapter 2 in the textbook on picture books. I give you the page numbers, and to pay particular attention to two items: the visual elements of art, found on pages 53 and 54, and the evaluative criteria for picture books, pages 57 through 59. Using these books up here, you're to do three things. First, you're to explain how a book exemplifies one of the visual elements of art, giving specific examples from the book. You need to use a different book for each of the visual elements. This means that you will use each of these books, from Martina the Beautiful Cockroach to This Is Not My Hat, to illustrate a visual element of art, line, shape, those elements that you will find on pages 53 and 54. The second thing you're to do is to explain how a book exemplifies one of the evaluative criteria for picture books. And again, you're going to use each of those books as an example of a different criteria, the ones found on pages 57 through 59. Finally, you're to include a paragraph or two in which you discuss why it is important that you know about how to evaluate picture books and how you might use what you've learned during this assignment in library lessons with the students. All the books have to be used. The information may be presented in a format of your choice. You could elect to do a formal essay, you could do a chart, you could do a Prezi or an Animoto. There's not one right way to do this assignment, nor is there a correct answer for this assignment. All I remind you of is that you must use all books for both Parts 1 and Part 2 of the assignment. This assignment is due February 7th. As always, it's due by midnight on that day. Make sure you allow time to get things into Blackboard by the deadline. Scrolling down, we'll come to textbook assignment number 2, and again you see the setup. Here are the books that you'll be reading for textbook assignment number 2. These are informational books, and you're going to read chapter 8 in your textbook, pages 233 to 264, and then you're going to show me how each of the books meets at least one of the criteria contained on pages 253 to 255. Once again, all books have to be used. All criteria need to be addressed. Certainly some books can illustrate more than one criteria. That's totally up to you. Your assignment could be in an essay, it could be a chart, it could be a Prezi or an Animoto. Once again, no right answer, no correct form as far as I'm concerned. The due date for that, February 21st. Down now to textbook assignment number 3 on contemporary realistic fiction. It covers the books Dear Mr. Henshaw, Out of My Mind, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Rules, and Bridge to Terabithia. You're going to read chapter 5 for this assignment and pay particular attention to the evaluative criteria on pages 157 through 160. You're going to show how each of these books meets at least two of the criteria for the books. And stay within the stated word count, no more than 150 words for the annotation. Not writing a summary here, but how a book meets the criteria. This assignment has a required form. It's there in the textbook, and you should include all the covers from the books. The due date for this is March 7th. Textbook assignment number 4 covers historical fiction. So the Watsons Go to Birmingham, 1963, We Are the Ship, Good Masters, Sweet Ladies. You're going to read Chapter 6 of the textbook on historical fiction, paying particular attention to the criteria on pages 189 through 192. For each of these books, then you're going to write a review that applies the evaluative criteria. There is an example of a review on page 192. You'll put all 3 reviews into one Word document. Please use Word or a rich text file or a PDF. Use APA format for your bibliographic citations. Include a cover of the book, and this assignment is due March 28th. Textbook assignment number 5. Textbook assignment number 5 is on fantasy, and you'll be reading The Underneath, The Graveyard Book, Rapunzel's Revenge, Baby Mouse, Skullduggery Pleasant, The Invention of Hugo Cabret, Lunch Lady, and A Big Man Took My Ball. You'll read Chapter 7 in your textbook, paying particular attention to pages 218 through 220. For this assignment, you're to apply 2 criteria to each of the books for the discussion and to report out in whatever form or format best suits you. Once again, this could be an essay, this could be a chart or a graph, it could be a Prezi, a PowerPoint, an Animoto. I'll leave it to you what works best for you and for this particular assignment, and this assignment is due April 11th. These are the textbook assignments for your class. I hope that this screencast helps you understand what it is I'm looking for, but always, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to contact me. Thanks.